Erotis is fake. Hey, dude, what's up, man? You want to come record a podcast with me, Nexpo, right now? Get on here. You shy. Everyone, we should rename Nexpo to Net. I'm not gonna say it. He be lurking. Yeah. What's up, dude? Nexpo, if you caught what I said about World Corp earlier, and Erotis and stuff like that, I hope you saw what I said on the other side of it too. I'm in trouble, guys. I'm in trouble. Mythbuster. Any other questions? Let's get him in the call. Since we have a lot of people in here, let's put Nexpo in the call. Oh, hello, sir. How are you doing?
What's up, dude?
Hey, let me get your audio good. You're culture vulturing, man. You see the views.
Vultured, man. I was just kind of scrolling through your stream because I just finished mine and I was bored, so I was like, oh shit, what's Barely doing? And I saw my Reddit was pulled up and I was like, oh fuck, someone's talking about
World Corp.
Internet mysteries, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw you were talking about like World Corp and shit. But yeah, Erotis is fake, dude. So after that video, the guy was so mad. Team Squad.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, what? How dare you research this? And I was like,
did you? And then didn't he give a statement that was like something along the lines of like, oh, by the way, we need to make a clip. I need to start a VOD right now because we're talking about this. For the second channel, this is good content for me. Sorry, but my point.
That's all good, man.
I don't know how to make a VOD, so I'll probably have to go back and just re-edit and cut it out. But long story short, let me put the Discord on the side here. So with everything, I was talking about World Corp too. I don't know if you caught that.
I was actually just watching that just now.
Okay, so with World Corp, I think that it's more or less the guy would be an idiot to have that on his computer, even if he clipped it.
Yeah.
And so I think
it's.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, like my video, man. Like I was saying, it was an AR using shit that was most likely real, and the guy is either most likely really, really, really stupid, or he actually. Or
I think he
fucking had it, or fabricated it. I don't know, but
I think the alt theory is that this all popped up when someone from 4chan confirmed it was from a certain planet, right? And we all know there's no way we can confirm that's true. So some dude just like poop, And dude, let's pull up that thread. Can we pull up that Reddit thread right now about all the internet investigators, dude? Oh my god. Do you want to read through that with us?
You want to pull that up?
Do you want to read through it? Is it safe?
Your stream, man.
I mean, do you think I'll get? Is there anything that's offensive? I mean, it's offensive, but my point is, it's just like
I don't care. But I do want to address a comment. Miss Childish said, "Nexpo, why'd you lie about Jimbly?" Did I though? I mean, I didn't. All I was saying was he was. If you've read the Paste Bin, it's kind of one of those things that's like, is it a friendship circle Hall of Fame? Is it though? Like, I don't know. Nexialis reached out to me, Miss Childish, though, and he basically confirmed everything. He was like, "Yeah, you're right on the nail." So him and I talked. We're good. But Jimbly, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a lie. But anyway, I mean,
dude,
whatever.
That's the problem, man. Anyway. We were talking like just in general about how like there's so many video topics that, and I told you this when I hit like 100K. Like I was like, any words of wisdom and stuff like that, and then you came back to me and you said something else. Then I came back to you a couple days ago, like later, and I was like, dude, you ever notice it? Like, there's a lot of shit we just can't do videos on, like, and then the ones, and like, you have to be so selective. And even when you are selective, it's like the Ron Lagarski situation, or the person who shall not be named situation. And there's so many, like, that's the problem. It's like, people want people don't like ARGs unless they're really creative and good. right? And some people don't like ARGs at all. And then on the other side of things is that we have to be entertaining and find that balance of reality of what could be real without stepping on toes and getting our ass sued. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really, speaking of Jimbly, she's bringing up Jimbly. That's kind of like a big thing that really opened my eyes, is you got to be careful, which I am going to be like from here on out. It kind of just made me realize, like, yeah, this could have repercussions. Things like this could have repercussions, like that video I made on that one person where I took the video down with Muda.
Just say that shall not be named, and everyone will know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who you're talking about. Yeah. It's just, you get to a point where it's like, people they're going to see the video. And you have to be careful on what you cover, because you're sending people to those people, and that could be a bad thing, because you know the internet, man.
I know. It's the I mean, with Ron, I deeply apologize, and I haven't really said it directly to him because I don't know how I can get through to him, because that situation. In hindsight, I was brand new on the channel, and like I really didn't know what I was like I didn't even know Lixie Quiet Pills was a hoax, man. So like it's like when you get into this world of things, quickly you learn from making mistakes. And I think a lot of us, I think it's better to, as selecting video topics, to interact and address things like you just did, full on, and just, I don't know. That's why I think that like having these chats and so on with, like a podcast and other things and other content, so that way we're not pigeonholed and we can focus on a little bit more on quality than just trying to like, I know almost every single creator I've talked to, including, I don't want to name names, but we've seen in our group chat, I'm burned out. Like, it's just like, I'm here for 4 months, dude. And I'm like, dude, like, it's like, hey, I'm trying to set myself up for the people that are having the most fun. And like currently the people that I see doing that is someone like Muda. Muda seems to have like, the creative freedom to just be himself, you know what I mean? And cover topics that are interesting, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I agree. Definitely.
But that comes with years of consistency. So like, if I can sit down and do a live stream, right, and VOD it, I understand why H3 and H3 do that. You know what I mean? But on the same time, I want to make the audience happy by making quality fucking content that like Lamino drop. Like, I say his name more than anyone else because when Lamino fucking uploads, you go watch it. You know what I mean? It's like you with Nakey Jakey or whatever, right? You fucking. There's those creators that, they just have that allure in terms of, oh shit, they uploaded, you know what I mean? But at the same time, stability on YouTube isn't about, it's about creativity. And I don't know. I've been loving having this conversation over the past few weeks, even though I'm repeating myself a little bit, but it's so true, man. And I think that there's just too many channels that, just shit out content. And when I say shit out content, it's just like new videos every week. And then they wonder why the quality declines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I told, I don't know if it was you or Night Docs, but I've got a schedule planned out for like the next like 8 months. And it gets to the point where it's like, dude, slow down. You don't have to make a video every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. That's my problem, is like I've gotten so wrapped up in this rotating 3-week schedule that I am like full forcing myself to make videos to meet certain deadlines. And some videos, it really shows that I'm like just slogging through it. But
yeah,
I mean, the vast,
I'm
definitely enjoying. But it's like there are a few that I just like, I'm like, man, I really don't want to. I'm not enjoying making this video. Like it's work. It is a job. Which
it should.
That, I mean, YouTube is at its core. Doing this is a job. Like that's how I see it. I mean, work is work. You're gonna fucking got to put in the work to do work.
Yeah.
But
Like for me, it's
But
right
the
now.
love part.
Yeah, like
Go
right
ahead,
to add on what you're saying, and this is you guys here, everyone in the chat. You guys would love an hour long podcast of this, right? Huh? And type titties in the chat if you'd like an hour long podcast of this. Okay. So
Sorry, let me answer Sneezy real quick. He's spamming a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Sneezy, Next Disturbing Things is on February 28th.
And it's going to take.
So it's not the next video. It's not the next video, but it's the video after that. So
yeah. So I think a lot of here comes the titties. But my point being is that like there needs to be stability in like as I've been saying. But for me, I'm setting like right now I have this ridiculous goal. Like I have like how many days? 5 days to finish this video, dude. And I'm like 21 minutes in, right? I think I have like 485 assets just in the 20 minutes of the video. So like the edit, is just so in terms of quality, of like, let me show on screen you guys something. And I'm not saying like more, layers in fucking Premiere is better, but what I am saying is like, I'm literally at the stage right now where I can just have fun. You know what I mean? It's not a job for me, if that makes sense. So, when people are, put into a position where things start fun, they can do these things. But right now I'm setting a challenge. Like, can I get this video done? And I messaged you the other day. I'm like, do you want to hop on this? Like, and the amount of editing that I've been doing live and having fun with it has made it an entirely different experience. So let me show you something. This is what I'm showing you guys right now on screen. And I'm not going to play the video, but what I'm showing you guys now is what I'm currently working on. And this is me and Nexpo's collab that I'm trying to get out by the 17th. We're going to see. I'm going to do my very best to do so. But in terms of like editing quality and slowing down and having a passion project and setting these things, this is only something you can do when you don't have financial pressure. Does that make sense? And when you have financial pressure, you make bad content. Now, let me compare this with like some of the Silk Road video, because a lot of people like that one, right? So let me just show you the timeline real quick. In terms, that's a lot of stuff going on, right? For 20 minutes of content, basically. And then we compare that to...
What the hell is this big ass song you got going on that like tapers off? What is that?
So I took one of Holmes' songs and it didn't fit the atmospheric vibe. So I actually audio engineered it to like add more reverb. I pitched it down like 8 or 9, 7.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. So the whole point is to set an ambient mood, and then I add like a big spacious reverb. So a lot of the music, it just like didn't set the tone, right? And Home, the guy behind it. But anyways, my point is compare that. So the amount of work that has gone into this 20 minutes and why people have been asking and it's taking so long. Compare that. This is a Silk Road video. And let's look at this timeline once it loads. Sorry, guys. This is the Silk Road video. like that's a lot. Oh, here, let me drag the merch out of the way. Which video do you think is easier to make? And if you don't understand how timelines work, you see how simple and streamlined that is. There's barely any effects or any extra layers. Go ahead.
I think I'm not seeing you.
Okay.
I think I'm seeing something old.
What are you seeing?
I'm still seeing your main timeline.
Oh, okay.
The Toshi video. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So you see the difference in amount of time dedicated, right? Or Mortis. Mortis was a good mystery. This is Mortis. You'll see. This was the Mortis video.
I know how it is, man. Like stuff is so like archaic.
You'll see it. You'll see how easy it is. Like when
dude,
when you're first starting.
Keyframes. There's no keyframes. It's all linear. Like
yeah, exactly. It's literally just repeating text
Yeah.
Like with a couple screenshots. So I'm glad that people like to just listen to me talk.
No, and that's the thing though. Like you and I are going through the same realization that the storyboard that you have pulled, or not storyboard, the timeline you have pulled up right now, that is and was the norm for our type of content. It was a storyboard format where you have a background, which you have on your V1, your background, and then your images on your V2, 3, 4, 5, etc.
Yeah.
That is how it was presented all the time. And now we're kind of breaking that mold.
Because the barrier to entry is higher.
Isn't just that.
Yeah.
You and I could bang this shit out in like three hours.
Yeah, we
like
could.
This type of editing right here that you got pulled up.
But at the end of the day, you don't feel good about it. You feel dirty. You feel like it's like compare. I mean, it's so much more satisfying. This is why a second channel and a podcast and things like that and VODs.
I actually just finally rebranded my second channel. I renamed it and everything, and that's what I streamed on tonight.
Yeah,
it was so chill, man. Like I'm so excited to start using it again.
And I think the other thing too is there's nothing wrong with wanting to work on a big project, but you ever get like that? I don't know. For me, I was trying to explain to the audience as well, for Satoshi, this video, where is it? I gotta open it up right here.
I was gonna say, speaking of growth with editing, it's always cool to go back and look at your old videos and look at what you could do better on it and new coverage. And that kind of ties in because I'm your audience.
Go ahead.
Spoilers, but I'm recovering Local 58. That is my video that I get requested the most, and I'm actually finally doing it. And I'm gonna incorporate everything that I've learned in the past year and a half in it, and basically pull out all the stops. My timeline I expect to look like this.
Yeah. It's so much more fun. Let me. I'll give someone a little sneak peek. I mean, the hard part is that I haven't pre-rendered a lot of this stuff. So I've showed the intro. People have seen the teaser and stuff like that. But just stuff like this, where explaining things visually, almost in a polymatter fashion. Where that guy, literally building things from, it's one thing to take stock footage. It's another thing to explain, everything visually. You know what I mean? So
this could very well mean that Satoshi had learned to type on
it. Look, we have two types of people that type this way. I'm explaining it in that regard. We have 5 different layers to explain. Right. And then, so let me get,
a typewriter instead of a keyboard.
At least in my latest video, I've been taking it like scene by scene instead of doing it
exactly
one long run. And I noticed you have a lot of nested sequences. That's pretty much how it is. It's half a paragraph gets its own sequence of effects and visuals for the presentation of the storytelling.
You see how
I'm kind of moving towards that. Yeah, you're
see how
nail on the head, man.
See how I cut every single audio sentence in that regard to make space to really slow down the pacing a little bit and also explain things so people can read.
Dude, me and you got to sit down. Yeah. Me and you have got to sit down and fucking push through After Effects because I've been learning this shit, man. And I'm telling you, all this stuff you're doing in Premiere. Yeah, it is easy in After Effects.
Eventually,
easy peasy.
Eventually.
No, that's how I was, man. I didn't realize until Jim showed me. I was like, oh my god, you got to be kidding me! All this cool shit.
Yeah,
it's just so seamless, man. It's awesome.
But also it ties into having creating things in Photoshop too. Using the pen tool. I remember people in my stream were watching me go crazy using the pen tool because I suck at it, right? And I was literally having a mental breakdown. People were like, "Yo, what the fuck is good? Dude, barely's broken or barely brokenable or whatever the hell." But my point being is what I've been doing and what I find much more satisfying is when you can't find something to show, explain visually, you go create it in Photoshop. You know what I mean? Or you take some clip art and then you edit it in a certain way. the cryptography mailing list at one point. I think it's like this part of the video. Yeah, this is it. This is what was driving people nuts. It was like, if we look at Google Trends for the term cypherpunk leading up to when Satoshi approached the group, we can see that California had the highest interest in the United States from 2004 to 2008. Satoshi. So like simple stuff like that just takes away. I mean, obviously that wasn't worth it, but he had come into contact with the cypherpunk's influence at some point, and that's actually an editing error right there. Just in case anyone, the preview can glitch out sometimes, but I'm explaining things visually with these like characters that you're building and animating and individually keyframing them. I
was gonna say,
let's get this crypto.
My end goal, like my total top inspiration. Hey, I use that stock footage for my next video.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lemino's MH370 video.
That video where he does the maps and everything. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like with his like 3D maps and shit, like he animates. I was just mind blown. I was like, oh my God. This guy like is on another level, man. That I'm like striving to get to. I will get there eventually, but for the time being, I'm still a rookie.
Hey dude, it's like, dude, look, compare that to, people were saying my videos were quality, you know, because I think a lot of people get caught up in the, you know, when the channel blows up, like they go, wow, this must be really good because of the numbers, right? And I think there's some truth in some regard, for my own sake, hopefully. But what I mean in that is that as long as I like to go into things with the mentality that I suck and that I need to get better, and I think that's a better way of doing it. But someone did the let's get this crypto thing. What I was going to say is, since I have you here, do you want to go through some stuff with chat and just like answer questions with them for a little bit? Because I got to get back to editing.
I got like, yeah, I'm about to get to bed.
I know it's late night.
But yeah, I can for like 10 minutes.
All right, let's do it. Let me go new scene.
What's up, chat?
All right, let's just delete that. And yo, dude, why didn't you buy my merch, man? I was a little heartbroken.
Dude, I thought we were trading merch at PAX.
I haven't even received mine yet.
I've got 4 shirts ready to roll.
Yeah. So everyone, who's going to PAX South? Let's first and foremost say that in the chat.
Yeah. Barely Sociable and I are. Yes, I'm calling this right now. Either it's going to be in person or we're going to do it on the stream that I'm going to make.
Wait, what are we going to do?
A pull-up contest, dude. Come on. Can't back out. I'm calling you out.
Yeah, how about we do deadlifts instead?
Deadlifts. I'm not good at that.
All right, let's see.
Push-ups?
Let's see. What was I going to say? Let's answer chat. So let's see. We'll wait for chat to catch up here in a second, but yeah, we should do a live stream with like a sit down with everyone. And I think the viewers. Did you stick around for the Cthulhu thing I did earlier?
No.
Like, dude, this one live stream has like 4 different bits of content, like already talking about like with you, talking about. My point being is this is such prime second channel content. I need to hire someone to make that happen. That's where I should. Yeah. Hey, I just made a shout out. Anyways, long story short, let's ask questions in the chat. First off, anything you guys want to ask us in the future content, opinions on mysteries, or what we think, and we'll try and go from there.
Barely. Can there be a fitness channel on Discord from Ty Davis?
I mean, I think a lot of people. Let me clear this up. I know how to like. In terms of fitness, I know how to diet and I know how to get lean and I know how to like do compound lifts well. That's what I've taught myself to do and train. Even I like. Would I make a fitness channel? No. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, cause my number, like, I'm not big. You know what I mean? I'm lean. You know, does that make sense? I'm fit, not big. You know what I mean? A lot of people think
like these comments.
Yeah. No,
barely long story short sociable. Barely what's it called social.
That's how you know you're building a community when they start making memes, man. That's a good sign. Barely.
Barely, you know what I mean, social.
Lynn's a homie. Everyone in here is super nice, man. They all like. I was earlier today. I was like, dude, this video is fucking wearing on me. And they're like, no. And I did a straw poll, and I was like, am I gonna be able to keep it going? And like, do you guys think I'll be able to pull it off? And it was like 100% yes. And I was like, dude, you guys, you need that motivation, any other job, they're gonna be bitching at you. You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you getting your deadlines done? I'll let you take the Pringles can question.
Hang on, I was actually gonna circle up to one real quick. Ghosty Cat, next I have a question for you. How'd you learn editing? I actually self-taught. I started with iMovie, then kind of
I started with iMovie too.
Sat down. Yeah, just like sat down and grinded through Premiere. Now I'm doing the same thing with After Effects. It's just you just kind of learn through like videos, and really it's Barely was saying earlier, like he approaches videos where he wants to I think you were saying this, like you're like, I suck, I want to make it better. That's kind of how it was like, what can I do in this video?
I think
that is new from the last one. And that's pretty much how I've kind of gotten to where I am now. Just kind of incorporating one little new thing every video.
Yeah.
Kind of stepping up.
I think to add on that too is like Lamina said this in one of his Q&As. The best way to learn editing, I'll tell you hands down, is not to buy some fucking course. Okay? Don't go buy some shitty ass course. Okay? We can teach you how to edit in 10 days or less and you'll be having a job. No, don't do that. The best way to do it is to figure out what you want to appear on screen and then go Google everything. And so like, how to make text bigger, how to make text italic iMovie, how to make text, how to make smooth transition, how to make VHS effect transition, how to add smooth keyframe, how to animate how to make better animations like that's what you should do. Picture what you want to happen on screen and then work backwards. A lot of coders say that too. I don't know how that works in that regard, but Ty Davis, how do you decide on bigger long haul project and not second guess yourself? Dude, it's a fucking mental battle, man. Right now, like, dude, like the amount of, I don't know if you could confirm this for me while you're here. You can still get a video manually reviewed if it's like unlisted, right? And you don't need 1,000 views, right?
Yeah, you can if it's unlisted. Yeah, it's a free game.
So you just keep uploading it until it gets monetized, basically.
Yeah, at least that's what I do. Like there's one video. This kind of ties into a question that was asked a little earlier by Alice. It was like, has there been a rabbit hole that's affected you in some way or traumatized you? Not a rabbit hole, but I uploaded a video, Disturbing Things. I think it was like version 7. First off, that video traumatized me because it was like, I was just like editing and like watching the footage and shit. That kind of gets to you after a while. Second thing about that is I uploaded that, demonetized. Okay, took it down. Re-uploaded it, demonetized. Took it down. Rinse and repeated like 5 times. Then it got age restricted. Took it down. Edited shit. Re-uploaded it. It took like 6 days to where I finally could get it like up, not age restricted.
Do you know about
and it was still demonetized. Like I uploaded that thing like 15 times. It was so stressful, dude.
But you eventually got it monetized.
That one, I think it's demonetized. I said demonetized just now, but I think it was monetized for like a day, and then it got demonetized again. I was like, God damn it! I gave up. There comes a time when you just like you upload enough times, the same video, trying to get it monetized. You just say like screw it, like
just put it out there.
Take the L. Yeah, it's more stress trying to get it monetized than you get like paid off.
Well, you have particularly
gratification.
Do you know about Google Cloud Vision? Do you know about that?
No.
Okay, let me show you something. You'll enjoy this. So this anybody who wants to learn the demonetization thing, this is a great trick because I had to do this. Obviously, sometimes it's like rolling the dice. Let me pull up a new window really quick, because this will actually avoid certain frames in your video. So the best way to actually avoid demonetization, from what I've heard, other than just brute forcing it, is to do this trick. And one moment. And
yeah, while he's pulling that up,
you can answer the question.
YouTube is definitely a dice roll every video. It's a lot better now.
Yeah.
Because when I started, it was like right when not demonetization, right when Apocalypse hit. So, dude, everything was yellow. It was just, it was demoralizing, and you couldn't really grow as good as you could.
Yeah. And now it's too, like, I don't know.
Now
it's better. It's better. I think a lot of YouTubers as well will do it for sympathy. Like, I got demonetized, and like I tried to make it clear, like my Dark Side of the Silk Road video got demonetized, but then it got remonetized. So I was pissed, and then I was anxious for a while because I uploaded it already. Sorry, I'm opening a new tab.
Ghosty Cat said, I have another question. I know that Elder's Vault made a video and the people actually started posting about him. Have you guys had any consequences from the people you make videos on? Yeah, I got a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, and I had
to take a video down.
Same. We both had. When you do, that's the That's why a lot of YouTubers want to stick to ARGs. Like, I know one person who I won't name, who is hating their content. I've never talked to them, but you hear stuff through the grapevine. So it's and basically all they do is ARGs, and you can tell that they're just so sick of it, and they upload like a lot. My point being, you probably know what I'm talking about, but Google,
at least for me, I mean, dude, I put a post out like outright stating it. Like, I got tired of ARGs. I think it was after the Erotis video. No, well, the one after that. Anyway, I put a Reddit post. I was tired of ARGs. I know you guys are tired of ARGs. Like, it's safe, and you can't get any like legal repercussions or anything from making that, because they're just ARGs. Like, it's not anything like illegal or real or anything. Whereas on the other side, the interesting side, which is like, there are repercussions for that, and it could happen. Like, the bigger you get, the bigger the spotlight is on you.
That's what I was like. Yeah, I was saying
of that happening is,
like, I want to expose so much bullshit, dude. Like, there's so much ripe fucking. You know who I loved and looked up to so much was H3 when he called out CS:GO Lotto. Like, that whole saga, you know, that was like peak YouTube for me. And I think that
that was that thing with those guys that were like,
they didn't disclose that they owned the
had
website.
The whole website and shit.
And it was a gambling website and for children. And then they, number one, if you own something, and then so long story short, that I meant there's a little, and then BetterHelp and all this shit. But anyway, so this is Google Cloud Vision. So what you can actually do is upload your video with your title and everything and split it into 30 seconds. It's really tedious, really fucking tedious, right? Or you can look for, and then you can find which ones are getting demonetized, right? Consistently. So basically, maybe you don't add any title or tags. You just split your video into 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds, you go through that. And then you need like a screenshot, right? So then Google Cloud Vision is the exact same software that is used to on the bot to actually identify things for demonetization. So I know one video you had, there was like a disturbing like shooting or something like that, correct? Like which one was it? A more recent one? Was the disturbing
probably
thing?
Disturbing things.
Yeah. So
one of those episodes.
Yeah. So literally, you can drag a screenshot into this. Hold on, and it'll tell you exactly what you're looking at, right? So, and it tells you if it's adult or not, actually. So if you have a frame in your video that you might think is too racy, and look at how accurate it is. It's like, this is a map. It's aerial photography, you know. It's got an inlet, coastal. So, and you'll see when it catches up. And if you go to safe search, it's not that bad, right? So let's take like a slightly more risque photo, right? And I'm not going to do anything too bad. What's like somewhat safe for work that you can think of?
GTA poster. I don't know.
Let's take Belle Delphine. All right.
There you go.
Just a picture of her face. Okay. That's not safe for work, but you get my point. So reset. So then it'll tell you if this is, it says it's an animal. Oh, God. But see, it says it's likely, there's possible that it could be racy, which, in general. So you can actually go through this with frames of your video and do this. If you split it up and you could find the frames that.
Hey, by the way, yeah, this is something you could probably talk about. Your chat's talking about
what's up?
My name. If my name on YouTube is different from my real name, they can't sue me, right? Weren't you talking about that the other day? Or like the other week? Like with like the LLCs and shit?
You can shield yourself from. Okay, let me put it this way. If you have okay, I'm not a legal advisor. Don't take legal advice from me. Disclaimer. Like, you have to be prepared. So you have to get to a point where you can defend yourself legally, because it's just a matter of time before people start coming after you. And the higher you go up. So basically, if I had a separate company for my merchandise or something like that, or like, let's say I started a clothing brand like Barely Sociable. That's just not merch, but like a full-on brand, right? That's a separate entity. It has a separate bank account, and all the assets that are involved with that are separate. Meaning, so if you sue that entity, you're suing. So if you're talking on behalf of, theoretically, if you're talking on behalf of, like, let's say Barely Sociable Media, right? Then that, all the assets and bank accounts and so on tied to that. So basically the idea is theoretically you'd pay yourself a salary from, whatever, right? And you wouldn't, I'm not a tax expert, you know what I mean? But there are ways that you can shield yourself, is my point, from legal stuff. You still have to deal with it, right? But at the same token, they can't sue you personally. And that means, like, if you have assets like a house or something like that, or if you have to pay like whatever, it just goes after the entity in certain situations. So I'm trying to test this Google Cloud Vision thing. So I can find something that would be, somewhat racy. So basically, like, even you'd be surprised what would trigger this thing to go to safe search. So if you see something like, I saw one of my stock photos. For some reason, it had a girl dancing with like in a bikini. It was like a wall of stock photos, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a wall of like a bunch of random stock footage. And one of them was like, so I had to blur that, and then that changed it from racy to not racy. So like certain things, it's really pathetic. But the way the algorithm works in terms of monetization, it's almost better to get it manually reviewed, because then it can't get demonetized later. But it's a 0 to 1 kind of thing, and if it passes a threshold, so if you curse a certain amount of times, you talk about mature topics a certain amount of times, it goes from 0 to 1, right? So the closer you hit that threshold, or if you go past the 0.5 mark, I don't know what it is. That's the way it explained, that it's been explained, or that's how machine learning should work. As a whole for that. I could be wrong. Someone else might be able to chime in on the chat, but Barely Racy Sociable. Barely, could you test a gay thing? Sure. 2 women kissing. All right, man.
All right, man. I actually think I'm going to...
all right, I'm going to head out after that one. All right, dude. Have a good night, man.
No, that's not why.
I know. That was just perfect timing.
I'm fucking tired.
But I'm going to be up all night. I'm going to be up all fucking week, man. So if you want to stop in and say hi, I'll be around. And
all right, man.
I'll sleep on the plane, dude.
You're going to be dead.
Hey, man, whatever. A challenge is a challenge. It's better than those 24-hour challenges, man. Anyways.
Yeah.
Enough talk. Good night, man.
All right, bud. See ya.
Peace. To get people kissing. All right, you guys want to test this out? All right, let's see. Girls kissing. Oh, was that Trisha Paytas? Trisha Trisha Paytas is the first thing that comes up. Oh my god! All right. So this is sort of like what you'd consider more wholesome than like racy. You'll see. And next one, notice me. Pull up bar challenge. So let's go to try it real quick. So let's see the results. Reset. This is a fun one because it tells you. I would say that it's unlikely that it would be. Oh, so it says possible. So you compare that to something like. So as you can tell, it's pretty accurate. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously that's not like. It's more likely. It says unlikely to be adult, but it's likely to be or possible to be racy. So you really have to avoid getting into these like areas over here. I think I had something with the Dread Pirate Roberts thing. Weapons are in particular. So like this is why History channels were getting demonetized. You guys think about Soldier. This will get you demonetized. Soldier sword or some shit, right? Like, I wonder. This is probably gonna come up as we need like a real photo. Sorry, I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at, but oh my god, this would be hilarious to see the results of this. All right, this is gonna be good. You guys ready for this? So racy. I mean, it's kind of right. It identifies as person. It's 86%. I mean, he might be a person. There's 14% chance he could be a lizard. I mean, I hate that lizard joke. Anyways, never mind. I forget I said it, you guys. Okay. So, yeah, it's kind of on the money, you know. There's certain things, though, like you can... let's take one of the photos from our pervert from earlier, you know. I don't know. I mean, you can play around with this on your own. I'll let you guys do it. But this is how. So like, I saw there's a video on this where if you uploaded every single clip every 30 seconds, right, with no titles, no tags, no descriptions, and you did this, it would tell you which frames are likely, you know, attributing to some of your demonetization. This is theory, by the way. You know, like this isn't confirmed by Google, but it makes sense because Google Cloud Vision API is the exact same thing that is used on the algorithm for identifying visuals. Make sense? Oh, you're thinking I studied the blade. He's still going? Yeah. Oh, I mean, we got a lot of viewers now. Was that a fun little podcast / thing? You guys enjoy that? Was it as good for you as it... I said this all the time. Was it as good for you as it was for me? Let's see. Yeah. I think that there's a, you know... there needs to be some more transparency when it comes to this kind of stuff with demonetization. But it shouldn't be like... that's why, like, when I say January 17th is when I'm going to put my video out, it's like, dude, how can I be certain when it's going to take fucking 48 hours to get reviewed? Yeah. That was really fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that, you know. What would be the easiest? I'm in incognito mode because I have like other personal accounts I'm logged into, and I just don't want to give out personal info. If that makes sense. Yes. So this is Google. Try it. Google Cloud Vision. What are you looking up? No, I'm logged into other accounts that have personal stuff on there, like you know, my name and stuff like that. So, like, I think that I'm sweating. we were just chilling. Like, I don't know. You guys seem to really like my streams and stuff. I don't know. It's really humbling, you guys, that you guys like to chill and talk about stupid stuff with me and internet mysteries. I didn't think I'd be fucking doing this shit 4 months ago. What time zone are you in? I'm in PST. I'll be up all night. I'm wasting a lot of time though, guys. So I'm gonna be right back. We will.